Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I'm your host Uzma Khan and you're watching IQRA TV. Sisters Corner program, every week we bring for you, and in this program we bring a lot of different professionals to share a lot of information with you. And in today's program we have a lovely guest. I think it's very difficult for me to introduce him. He's one of our brother actually, but I would like to give a short introduction and then we will talk to him. We have today a Professor Dr. Idris with us, who has done his PhD from Istanbul Technical University and at Purdue University. He was research assistant at Istanbul Technical University, visiting researcher at Purdue University, and associate professor at DeKalb University. A research scientist at New York University, Abu Dhabi, and he is structural engineer as well. With along that, he is a visiting professor in Oxford, and he is a writer and has written a book as well and different articles alongside. So I think if I go through the details about him, education, experience he has, it will take me like more than 24 hours. So it's better to go and talk to Brother Idris and see how he's going to introduce himself to us today. So welcome to the show, Brother Idris. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much. Alaikum salam. Thanks, many thanks for your kind information. Introduction is quite good, maybe enough, but briefly, if you want, I can tell about myself.
Yeah.
So I can like tell myself as a civil engineer. So, but civil engineer is a general term, so we can specify this as a structural engineer. So. Yeah. Until like during my profession, I did many things, but mostly I focus on understanding behavior of existing structures. What, for example, a doctor like focus on humankind, what kind of diseases they have. So structures also, they have weaknesses, they have diseases, they have issues, problems need to be solved. So I always I used to have the willing of understanding existing structures. They don't have languages to speak, but we can read what they want through their, for example, cracks, through their like color change or deterioration, these kind of things. So I focus on this, the understanding the structures and retrofitting them to get them to like transfer them to the like last long for many other years as well and make them safe actually.
Yes, Brother Idris, if we talk about obviously in a medical way or in a construction way, diagnosing for anything is a process. Yeah, if it's building, obviously till you don't know if why it's leaking, where it's leaking, where is damp, if the construction is okay or not, if the building is okay or not. Obviously your research work and your book is all about
the diagnosis is very important process, not just a process. If your diagnosis is wrong, your solution will be wrong as well. So we call this retrofitting. So I know some buildings, they have been retrofitted, but in earthquake, they destroy it and cause killing of many people. So and in old historical houses also they do restoration, and then these restorations fell apart during the earthquake. My books and architects mostly about earthquake behavior actually. We don't have this issue in the UK, but in Turkey and many Middle East countries, and in USA and in some part of Europe, as Italy, Spain, Portugal, they have earthquake problems. And then so the most dangerous thing that the load affecting the buildings are earthquakes. So that's why mostly we focus on how do we get resilience buildings against the earthquake, how to retrofit our buildings to the earthquakes. As I said, the earthquake risk in the UK is much lower, but if you strengthen your building against earthquakes, so your buildings will be ready and will be strong, resilient to many other effects like extreme weather conditions, for example, or maybe terrorist attacks, or maybe settlement in the ground. Actually, this is a case in the all around the UK. So extreme weather conditions make the boundary change for foundations. So and some old houses in the UK, I know they don't have even foundation. So the ground under the buildings may change. So that's why this causes settlement, and this makes a similar effect to the earthquake.
How does the climate can affect the construction or the buildings?
So I consider like I can separate two different ways. The one way to affect the ground under the house, okay? So the ground engineering characteristic will change according to the level of the water, and then so erosion may happen. So maybe you may have some cavities under the house. So and this will change the load distribution in the foundations. So you can the house can experience some local settlement. So this local settlement will cause cracks in the joints in the walls. So this will make weaknesses in the overall structural stability of the house. And another one, this extreme weather conditions, so may affect the walls, roof, the deterioration. It will cause more deteriorations, needs to be repairs. So deteriorate house will be structurally much less safer.
When we talk about the weather in UK, and obviously it's most of the time is cold and windy and snowy. So what is the condition of UK houses at the moment, and how do you see them? Like, are they okay? The building work, or it should need to be amended, or how it should be?
Yeah, there is a huge demand in terms of housing in the UK. So most of the councils, they are thinking about how to develop new houses. And this is one issue. The another issue, yes, you say weather condition is a little bit more extreme in the UK. So we have more rain and more cloudy and less sun. So how this may affect the building. So it will the building will have damp problem always. If you're okay, we are doing damp proof, but in old houses, damp proof membrane has a lifespan. After 20 years, 25 years, so the performance of the damp proof material will not be enough. And in old houses, they did damp proof for only walls. And most of the, maybe 99% of the old houses has in ground, they have a suspended wood floor, and they did damp proof to the wall, but floor are exposed to the damp. But you are going to tell me, so this is suspended, how the moisture or water will like travel? So is with condensation. And with vaporing as well. So that's why all our floor area is exposed to the damping. So it needs to be treated. So all the houses needs to be damp proof.
So what do you think the houses in UK meet the energy efficient? Are they energy efficient in UK, houses in the UK?
This is a quite good questions actually. So it has many aspects. So maybe I cannot answer very properly, but energy efficiency has many aspects. I believe most of the houses does not compare with all the like modern criteria. As I said, to be an energy efficient, you need to have energy insulations in the ground as well. For example, I said most of the houses has a suspended ground floor. The floor is directly exposed to the conditions from ground. There is no barrier like vapor barrier or damp proof or like insulation, something like this, or as like maybe concrete, something to protect all the like contaminants to travel to the inside the house. So, and exterior walls also are not thick enough. They have double bricks, but between double bricks they don't have any cavities. If you look, many old houses are like this. So in that regard, and there are energy efficiency is very wide issue. So we need to talk about so how to save energy, how to use natural sources like solar panels, or we can use like underground sources.
Obviously, Brother Idris, this is a very important and very detailed topic in today's program, and it's very important for all the people to know the housing condition at the moment in UK. But mostly houses in UK, they have been built in like 100 years ago, and a lot of things needs to be improved. So what do you think, how it could impact human health, like the old houses, and how you can link with, like, if the structure is old, and how would it affect human health?
Yeah, of course. First of all, the damp. The damp is affect badly, have bad effects on human health as well, and it affect the structural integrity of the house as well. So it will deteriorate the brick. It will deteriorate most of the houses in the UK, as you said, is the old one. Maybe many of them are more than 100 years old, and so they constructed with brick and wood. Yeah. And wood is a not very strong material, but most those woods are carrying the brick wall, the load of the brick walls. Yeah. So but they deteriorate due to the damp. So it needs to be replaced or needs to be retrofitted. So mostly damp affect the human health. The other one, the material used in the construction. For example, like it can be the old concrete, it can be asbestos. You know, it is also a main issues in the UK. So and these old deteriorated woods can threaten the health of the human. So the smelling also, bad smelling also cause some health problems.
And especially people with breathing issues, asthma, or eczema, because that could affect, I think, skin and health condition like as well.
Exactly.
Breathing issues.
Exactly.
So obviously, what sort of risks we can see for our houses in the current situation?
Yeah, we have, in terms of structural safety, we may have some risk. Yeah, I know the earthquake risk is very low, but if it happens, probably many houses will demolish because we consider no earthquake during the construction, okay? And the other risk is fire, because most of the old houses, wiring of electric, it's like flammable materials you have been used, and it is adjacent to the wood joists. Yeah. So if like a earthquake happen, so it may fire, those wire may flame and then affect the woods as well, and this will affect all the structural stability of the house, and it may demolish as well.
So obviously, all the audience at the moment, viewers watching program, they would like to know about if they are going to renovate the house or rebuild the house. So what safety measure they should be taking place for new build or renovating the houses? What sort of things they should be having in their head, or be careful about when they go for renovation or they go for rebuilding the house?
I see. Before starting, they need to have a survey, a proper survey of their house. For example, if like the foundation is available or enough, or the wall thicknesses is enough, or like timbers are in good condition or bad condition. So structural survey, a proper structural survey needed as you are going to renovate your house, you are going to make your house secure as well, okay? If the walls are not straight or tiny, for example, if an attack happened to your home, for example, it can be someone wants to attack your home and stole something, for example. If they just push the wall, they can maybe destroy the wall. So this shouldn't be the case, you know. At least we should have a basic strength. So they should do a proper check of this, and then before starting, they need to decide on which materials they want to use. So those materials need to be durable, so lasts for long times, not for few times deterioration will happen. So currently we have asbestos problem. For example, if you use bad concrete, and then this may be asbestos after 10 years. So this will cause much more problems. So the material you are going to use in the renovation, it is very critical, another critical issue to decide. The third issue is this, to have a proper builders. Actually, in the UK sector, we see like maybe more than half of or 70% of the builders, much of them, they don't have any certificate. Maybe they are not builder as well. They just introduce themselves, I am builder. I have my van, I am builder.
Qualified builders.
Who knows he is builder? Who knows?
Exactly, yeah.
So, but if you go to doctor, you know, his doctor and he is chemical, and then he is engineer, we understand. But builders, they don't have any certificate, maybe most of them, any qualification. So this is very important, and everybody knows everything.
So when you talk about, you know, obviously building education, and it's very important, this is the main reason when we hire a builder, we don't know, and rather than rebuilding or restructuring our building, we get a lot of other stuff, you know, over there, because we do not have a qualified builders. And obviously you are a civil engineer, and a lot of people must be interested to become, and students watching our program, interested to become a civil engineer. What advice would you like to give, and what would you like to tell us about civil engineering?
I think it is a good profession in the UK to be, because there's a really very huge demand for civil engineers or some other staffs to work in the construction industry. And at the same time, there are huge facilities or many universities and colleges you can go and get some degrees to work in the construction industry, and the wages are quite high actually. So I highly recommend it, but I think the government should focus on this issue. So they should properly watch the builders that does not have any qualification, and they're working for very low rate. So when these things happen, the qualified builder cannot do their job properly, because not qualified people usually they believe them because they're cheaper, and then they solution more maybe practical, you know, but not the right solution. If you want to the right thing, the right solution may be more difficult. So that's why I think in the UK, so we need to encourage people, so promote the education in construction sectors, and all these sectors should be instead of not educated builders, we need some more educated builders. Educated builders should replace this amount.
I think this is a very important topic, another topic, when we hire a builder or we have a contract with the contractors. And I would like to ask you about, like, when we sign a contract with the contractors, what sort of things we should be considering before we sign a contract? Like, what sort of measurements we should be thinking about? Because it's an important thing. They just charge us a lot, builders. So while signing the contract,
first you may ask them if they have qualification. For example, for builders, there is a Federation of Master Builders, FMB.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe you may ask if they are member of these associations, because maybe as a person you may not understand about the qualification. But if they are member of an association, these associations follow up if they have insurance, if they have enough qualifications, if they check them, if they are doing their job in correct way.
Yeah.
So this can be done.
Yeah.
You can ask them about their team and capabilities of their team, and then what certificates they have as well. Okay.
Yeah.
And then if you are sure they are proper builders, and then you can ask them their methodology.
Yeah.
How they are going to build your, for example, dormer. What will be their methodology? And then the construction way, you know, they need to tell you a little bit about this, okay? And then you can ask them what kind of material you are going to use. So, and as you are doing the construction from beginning A to Z, ask all the questions, make everything clear, and no headaches for you and for the builders. Maybe you can tell me that how I can know that which material will be used or not.
Yeah.
But at least if you have something written on the paper, that would be great for you to follow. If you have like a pathway, so you can follow it. What material will be used? What would be the methodology? Who will do the your electric? Who will do the plumbing? Is he real as a plumber?
This is like very important for us to know, obviously if we are signing a contract, how can we know the building work is going on properly, or the material they are using, it's okay, or the work they are doing is okay? Who is going to check it for us?
As a client, you can actually, you should, sometimes you must work with a building control. So building controls, you can, for example, work with council. Also, they have building control, and there are some private building controls as well.
Okay.
So, as a representing you, they are just checking the builders if they are doing in the right way. If they don't do, they report to the council, and this house is not meeting their criteria.
Yeah.
So completion report also will not be issued as well. So through this, this is the best way to do it.
Yeah. A lot of very good, interesting information I'm getting today as well from Brother Idris, because actually it's very important for us to know if you have your own house or you're thinking to what sort of things are important while buying a house or building a house, renovating the house. And we will continue our talk, but it's time for a short break, and see you after a short break. Stay tuned with us.